Game 4, your Jin game. Let's see this. How we enter the lane. We got a Nami this time, so we don't have a melee support this time. Alright, the W to pick it up. Alright, you are passive. How long did you leash for? You're late to the leash. Which makes you late to lane. I would have just gave him one shot and walked away. You're late to lane. I think you probably started W to pick up these minions, I would imagine, because you're late to lane. So you lost one of Jin's biggest strengths is getting prio on the lane with his Q. You being late to lane is your fault. You starting W is your fault. You should have been here with Q ready to Q these last three, hit him with the Q because he wants to stand this far up. Maybe your Nami stands up here or a little bit farther up where she would be. Well, she's here. Maybe she'd be a little bit farther up here because you're standing here with her or you're standing here with her with your Q. You'd be standing, you don't know where she is, so maybe you don't stand here, but you stand over here, get the Q. Q, 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 kills all three, hits him. 1, 2, because you're standing here and your Nami's here. He's in a 1v2. That's not because your support is bad. That's because you were late to the leash and then late to the lane and started an awkward ability to try to salvage 2 minions out of 3 that otherwise you would have had. If you were here and she was here and he was here, Q, 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 auto, auto, Nami, auto, W, whatever she has. Kagura eats a lot of damage, his lane phase is over. But now that your minion wave is even and you don't have your main tool in establishing priority in the lane, so Kagura and who's his support? Lulu are just gonna absolutely take lane control from you. They're just gonna rob it from you because you didn't start Q because you were late to lane. His support's AFK. If he had a good support, she'd be standing right here and killing you because you don't have prio on the lane. And Kagura will get prio on the lane, and these 3 casters, as she smacks you, and he focuses on the minions or decides to smack you, even if Nami steps up to help, these 3 casters ensure that they win. You are losing. So Kagura is not good at the game. He's literally giving you the pushback even though you are a Jin that started W. These were better players. They would have got minion advantage, walked into this bush, zoned her off of warding it, or killed her for trying to ward it. And you would be completely pressured off the wave. But Terlulu's AFK, just like your Nami was AFK. And you got the push. And now you just want to focus on last hitting. And you want to focus on last hitting, it gives you time to auto them. To punish them. You're pushing this really fast. Like, look where these minions are. They're not even relatively close to this tower yet. And you're almost killed this wave. Which is going to put it in an awkward spot. Ideally, this wave meets the cannon wave right here. Right here. And then you crash it because you got all this room to crash it. But now this isn't going to crash. It's going to slow push back to you, but it's not a clean crash. And you didn't get any trade for it because you pushed it too quickly. You didn't get any advantage. You have a small health lead, but it should be so much bigger because you managed your wave properly and got trades onto it. And now you don't want to be looking for trades right now because they're slow pushing back into you. Alright, that was a good combo. But you're trading into their minions. Alright, nice kill, I guess. But that's not a predictable outcome. You kind of got a lucky catch in the minion wave and it just worked out. The Kagura didn't focus you enough to kill you. If they actually focused on killing you, you were absolutely dead. And now you're in an awkward situation where you have no mana. How do you crash the wave there and have damage on them? You'd be in a position where this be slow pushing into you, you'd be patient, you'd be high HP, your Nami would be high HP, they'd be low, and they'd be coming into you because they don't want to miss the ping wave, and then you can look for the all-in, because you're full health, they're low. And then just like the other game, this wave, you have two choices: to pull it in here so the Shaco doesn't gank you, or to push it back into here and come up and look for the opportunity to kill the Shaco. You're probably never going to kill the Shaco in that situation because it's a Shaco, but it's a pattern you can look for by managing the wave properly. And here you took an awkward recall because you were low on resources and don't know where Shaco is. So they get to push this in. And see how he's very controlled? He's just last hitting, a couple mistakes here and there, but he's really just last hitting. He wants to make this wave as big as possible to crash it on you and get his recall and come back with an item advantage. That's what he's doing. This is what you need to do. You need to do what Kog'Maw's doing, and you need to do it to them. And you need to do it every game, in every opportunity that it gives it to you. Because here, you never win. You lose this push, and if you try to fight them, you just die. He recalls. Kog'Maw's playing the lane properly. Oh, he really just doesn't crash. They should have walked it in and traded their health to do so. But that's a mistake on them. You can literally freeze them out here. This mistake means he has to stay in lane, and I'd be spam pinging Kayn. Kayn, come here. Kayn, come here. We have an item advantage in the freeze. Kayn, come here. Kayn has to recognize and ping on his way. You should be enabling your players. If that's a bad jungler who's auto-filled or some shit, he's not going to see that. You need to ping it. You need to spam ping him to come. So him not walking that in was a winning situation that turned into a kill. That wasn't anything special you did. That was a mistake on his part that he didn't walk that wave in and recall like he was supposed to. Instead, he didn't walk the wave. He didn't trade his health to walk in the wave. The wave got frozen on him, and he stayed in lane because he was greedy. You didn't do anything special to set that up. That was his mistake. You didn't create that. That was not that freeze was not planned, is what I'm getting at. That freeze was just an opportunity that presented itself based on a scenario off of your mistake and his mistake. And two mistakes don't make the situation good. It should have been a it should have been a predictable outcome, not a random his mistake. Because your opponents make a lot of mistakes, but you need predictable outcomes to abuse those mistakes, not random outcomes to abuse those mistakes. Because random outcomes produce random results, or random situations create random results, and you want predictable results. He's not dead here, he has the push, so he's gonna win the trade. And Giga wins this trade. Alright, Kayn's here. We're lucky Kayn's here. If Kayn wasn't here, you guys died 2v2 there. And this is what I was talking about before in chat. Them clearing this wave, you died. You died. That XP is just gonna die to tower. There's no sense in not taking it. Because you screwed up your wave management and it all died to tower. Because this is all the result. This wave situation, look at this. This wave situation is all a result of him messing up, you guys crashing it, and then this wave is a cannon wave, it's absolutely going to reset in the middle. Absolutely going to reset in the middle. This means it is not a guaranteed slow push to you. He has to push it to you. And he's going to play properly. And he's going to let this wave come, meet up with this wave, and then he's going to crash it on you. You didn't have control of this, because it was a cannon wave. What you would have had control of was managing the first 3 waves properly, and this wave here would be an absolute slow push right here, waiting for you to come farm it. Not a cannon wave that is stacked against you, but an evened out wave right here for you to set up this gank. Like, this gank right here, if you played the first 3 waves properly, this would not be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minions you're all running into. This would be 3 minions right here, and 3 minions right here, where you just walk past the 3 casters because they don't matter, because Kane's here, and you kill them. 3 minions, 3v2 because you have Kane. Not Kane and you guys running through 10 minions and trading 1 for 1. This 3 minions kill them is a predictable outcome based on the first 3 waves. This 10 minions is based on randomness, based on you messing up the wave and him messing up, not crashing it properly, and then it just happening to be a cannon wave that comes and meets here. This should never happen. It should be 3-3, this gank comes off clean, kill, kill, and then this wave that comes in, you're free to farm it. You're free to farm it, you're free to take a plate, you're free to rotate the dragon because Katarina has pressure mid, or is rotating down. You clear this ward, you get deep vision. You have so many options if you don't die 1 for 1 here because you played the first 3 waves properly. This is 3-3, kill them both. Kill them both, it's free Inferno. So Katarina and oh, Lulu died, I thought you died. The earlier situation still is pushing this out is necessary because Shaco's top and they want to take Dragon. And they want you to come help them take Dragon. And that's your job. That's your job to shove this out and help them take Dragon. Get this plate, help them take Dragon. That's your job as ADC. And that's why they're clearing this. It sucks, you're missing gold and you're missing XP. But this is a situation you put yourself in. Not a situation... Now you're recalling here, you guys should be on Infernal. Shaco's top, you see him on a ward. He's doing Herald. You killed their bot lane, you take the Infernal Dragon. And then you recall. And you come back. And now we're in a similar situation. Kog'Maw's going to slow push this into you. No, he's actually going to fast push this. He's messing up. So what he should be doing is creating the same exact situation he just did. Where this wave meets the cannon wave. And this huge wave crashes on you. And now you guys are absolutely screwed. Because they're just going to slap you around because they have a lead. And that'll be it. Like... You're never going to have minion advantage until the next cannon wave at this point, and you're behind. So even when it comes and the opportunity presents itself, it's going to be difficult to obtain it. So now they're just going to let it push into them, and then they're going to kill you. Or they're just going to power and push you on the tower. Because you're a Jhin and you can't farm on the tower effectively. But the point is, they're in complete control of the lane right now. Because you completely gave it up level 1 at the start of the lane. You completely handed it over. Now we're 10 minutes into the game. So let's go back to a minute. What is it, minute 145, whatever. Yeah. I would argue You step up here, you get to lane on time, you Q, you hit him with the Q, you auto him, you auto him, you auto him, you auto him, you got Nami to back you up, you have the Casimir to back you up. Lulu can't do anything. Lulu's dead here. Look at this. You Q'd, this is dead, these are moving up, you're here, Nami's here, Lulu walks up here with minions, your minions here, she's dead. She should have been punished for that. In no world should these minions be here. These minions should be up here. And this Lulu will be inting. Literally inting. These will be cleared. And this Lulu is inting. She should have ate so much more damage. Because the minions would have been cleared, you would have had your abilities up, and you just would have whacked her. Here you're just securing last hits and looking for Pokemon, and then he kind of pops up. Your Nami should be helping with that. So you'd have more of a push here, so this can't really have to come up. For this to all crash. You'll be crashing this. But it's not going to crash because you're slow on the push. And you're going to take this awkward trade, which is fine, but you didn't crash. And you'd be walking up here and getting a deep ward here. And you'd be coming back to a lane that's pushing back into you. And you'd be chilling, ungankable by Shaco. And the wave would be slowly creeping up. And you'd be setting yourself up for a dive from Katarina to run bot. Or if Kane is down here for Kane to come bot. But here, this is not chilling. You get the kill, but it's not chilling. And I'm pretty sure you don't get the. I'm pretty sure they kill you. Look at this. If Kog'Maw was in a better position, like here, to hit this minion and be enraged to hit you, Nami would not be able to hit him, and he'd be able to hit you. Maybe oversteps. Yeah, Kog'Maw was in a better position. And if Kog'Maw was focusing the right person. So Kog'Maw hit her, hit you, hit her. And he was in out of position, which is like 1 or 2 more autos. And he dropped an auto. If he just focused one of you and got all those autos off, one of you die. And then, yeah, if one of you died there and tried to trade like that, he still served with you. Man, this recall is what threw the entire lane. Not managing the wave properly. That's all I got.